wanted to make this video because I saw a burnt out college student dealing with mental health problems, and he was sharing his knowledge and kind of talk about the whole college admissions game and talk about career, because he was stressing on the importance of mental health because he feels burnt out. He sees a lot of his friends or even strangers feeling burnt out in the college environment, especially with academic competition. So I'm going to watch this video. It's going to be like a react video and sort of share my own understanding of what he's dealing with and what he's talking about. So yeah, let's just roll the ball and get started.
Hello, my name is Quon. I am currently a junior at Princeton studying computer science, and I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot. You probably know that there's a lot of chaos in the world right now. There's generally it seems like there's too much shit to keep up with, and the reason I'm making this isn't to talk about those issues. I want to shed some light on what I think we can do to help.
A lot of students that try to be up to date. I mean, I'm an economics major. I'm in my junior year. I even hear my professor talking about like always being up to date, like always read the news, see what's going on, see what's happening around the world, subscribe to Wall Street Journal, subscribe to New York Times. You just want to be up to date. You want to know what's going on around the world. But the side effect of it, I think, is very detrimental for your mental health, because let's say an average college student is probably going to wake up, look at his phone, and he's going to start reading the news. And the first thing he sees in the morning is just all these negativity that's happening around the world: war, famine, poverty, economic crisis, jobs being lost, low standard of living. And these are just like chaotic for the human mind to handle. Maybe he's trying to stress that you should read less news. I value my mental health so much more than knowing what's going around the world all the time. And I hope to sort of maybe have a strategy to be up to date, but also take care of our mental health. If you're reading more news, maybe that's the reason why you're feeling kind of depressed.
So Princeton is very closely tied to these bigger companies. We have career fairs here, we have recruiters, alumni, and so it's kind of this web of connections that draws students towards certain types of jobs. So the main industries being tech and finance, or like investment banking. You see kids very early on, sophomore year, even freshman year, and they're already getting pulled into these pipelines. I think part of that is kind of not really knowing what you're getting yourself into. There's a lot of pressure from parents, peers, and it's also like the structure that's already been set up within the university itself. And you look around, like, these kids start burning out by their junior year.
I mean, you are the person that you hang out, the people that you hang out with. What I'm trying to say is the environment plays a critical role in your mental health. My unqualified advice for that is to really question yourself, really see whether you want to do it or not. Don't just take word of others into consideration, and sort of really reassess yourself, because in the end, you don't want to be depressed. In the end, you don't want to be in an environment where you don't want to be. In the end, everything that's reflected around the world is reflected upon you, and if you don't want to do what you're not doing, then there's no point of that prestigious name that's going to fade away no matter what. So because we know that everything is impermanent, everything is going to cease in existence. So you have to very consider well what you want to do in this life.
18 hours a day from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. the next morning. And if this isn't discouraging you enough, and you're like, oh, I still care about the money, I still want to have a respectable job, let me tell you something. Okay, first of all, you're better than that. That's some low-level bullshit that you should not be subscribing to. I really think at a certain point, that shouldn't be what you think about. And you can either realize that now, or you can wait until you're 40 years old before you finally accept that.
I think his opinion is very targeted towards like-minded people, because not everyone's going to think the same way. Maybe he's struggling with internships, and that's why he feels sort of left out, whereas others maybe have gotten accepted and they have a whole different story and mindset and narrative to what they're experiencing in their life. So I think that's interesting. That's also important to consider watching this video. So it's very individual, I think, and it's very subjective. So yeah.
Go to college, go to higher education, but also be careful about which school you go to, and make sure you do your research and it's somewhere that you want to be. I'm warning you now, it takes a special type of person to go to Princeton and say that you really like it here. But yeah, so going into higher education will allow you to like find out what you actually want to do, and what you're best at, and what type of skills you have, and how you can bring that into um, I think the biggest issue that we're seeing today among people in our age and younger is just brain rot. Like genuinely, just you're scrolling on your phone, you're doing things that are just firing dopamine, frying your brain basically, and we're literally forgetting how to do things. We're literally forgetting how to have conversations with people. We're forgetting how to read. I'm genuinely concerned for a lot of kids in like K through 12. Like they are really struggling a lot. It's like a really big concern among teachers right now. They can't handle the behavioral issues that are going on in these kids. So be really careful about how much time you spend on your phone, what you spend your energy doing. Yeah, and it's kind of scary to see like how fast you can start going downhill.
So what really helped me understand how I spend my time, I'm not perfect at it, but at least it gave me an understanding or scope of how I spend my days, is by sticking to my calendar. So now I use the Notion calendar. I highly recommend you use Notion calendar because it's a lot better than Google Calendar in some ways. But you can use any calendar. Time block all the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. And you'll start to scope yourself and see with a bird eye view of how you spent your time. Social media is only going to worsen your depression. It's not going to make you happier. It's just a constant dopamine rush to your brain. And the worst part about it is you're going to have a dopamine crash. You're going to get bored much faster, much easier, and nothing in the world will seem exciting to you, at least in reality. What I would advise if you are struggling with being too much online is a very amazing thing about being a human being is you can make others happy, and that in return will make you happy instead of cheating someone, because it's going to accumulate over time and you'll be the one that's going to feel really bad. Do important work. Whenever I do I'm a Buddhist, so whenever I do my prayers, I leave it right next to my desk. I miss days, I also do days, but whenever I do it, I always feel happy, I always feel better, because I feel like I'm doing something that I said to myself when I was a child. Other tips would be meditation, so even better would be gratitude meditation. These days, you have no excuse not to do meditation, because we have seen the scientific literature saying that meditation has a correspondence to better mental health. You could use all sorts of apps. You could, even if you have Spotify, you could use all these guided meditations. Just to give out some recommendations, you could do Russell Brand guided meditation. He makes meditations simple, easy, and relatable, which is pretty awesome. So you could do that, or you could do Muji meditations. Mooji. I like that. And if you want an app, I use Medito, so Medito, and it's a guided meditation app which has a lot of very like high quality meditations for sleep, for gratitude, for body scans, so all sorts of meditations. Trust me, and I seriously mean it. If you could get one thing out of this video, is that to take care of your mental health, you want to start meditating, because this will really slow time for you and help you reassess and sort of reassess your dopamine levels too, because you'll be more alert, you'll be more aware of reality, and it'll make you happier. Trust me, meditation is a big deal. It's really, really, really good for you. On top of meditation, I would also recommend journaling. So you could do gratitude journals, just 3 lines of gratitude journals. This is also scientifically proven that it's really good for your mental health, is to be grateful for what you already have. You can right now literally write, I am grateful for my arms. Like, small things are even better. So what you're grateful for is even better. I'm grateful for this glass mug that I drink coffee out of. I'm grateful for this mouse that I scroll online with. I mean, some people can't, I don't know, but like some people can't get the mouse that they want. I don't know, it's just like, be grateful for small things. Be grateful for your arm, like I said before, because if you go in a developing country, you'll see people without arms. You'll see people without limbs. You'll see people struggling to walk even. And these are things that is forgotten once you're in college, because everybody seems like they're doing well, but not you. And that's just not true. These are 3 advices that I do. If you're religious, then do your prayers. If not, then take care of your mental health by doing meditation and journaling. All right, let's continue with the video. It's getting very long. I apologize.
Once you stop using your brain, basically. So I would just be careful about that. But yeah, it helps a lot to just journal and sit down and meditate, which is what I've been trying to do more recently. I really want to warn people about what they could be getting themselves into. And like I said, everyone has their own path. I think there's a lot of really smart people. I think a lot of people are a lot smarter than they realize. So take full advantage of your potential.
You might have your own self-doubt, but it's not like everybody has it figured out. So we love you, I love you, and take care of yourself. That wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, then definitely do share it to someone that you think needs it, and comment down below what you think should be mentioned. Comment down below what other tips you would suggest for improving your mental health, or even resources. I would love to hear from you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope the best for Quon and his journey with finishing college, because I resonate with him. I'm also a junior in college, so we're both in the same sort of situation. And I hope that he, not situation, but like same sort of track through graduating college. And I hope the best for Quon, and I hope that he feels better. I hope that he's going to do things that he really loves doing in his life. And I hope that if you watch this video, you learned something. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video, and love you.